Hello, today I wanted to talk about the classical method of educating. The classical method really dates back to the Greeks and the Romans. It's a foundation of the entire Western world, and there is a lot of value there. But it isn't one teaching style or philosophy, so you'll see a lot of variation from school to school and homeschool to homeschool. But overall, some guiding principles, and I'm just painting with really broad brushstrokes here, would be that a classical education believes in big T truth. This is one thing that I really like about it, that there is knowable truth. And so we use the 7 liberal arts generally, categorize knowledge into those categories. So there's the trivium or language arts, which would be grammar, dialectic, and rhetoric. And then there are the quadrivium or mathematic arts, arithmetic, geometry, astronomy, and music. So it is nice when you're starting to ask, what do I teach my children? There are 7 categories built into the classical model that one would want to teach your children. But as far as how, this is a method that spans thousands of years, and there wasn't one teacher or one philosopher that outlined, here's how you teach the 7 liberal arts. One might use the Socratic method, one might use memory, but it's not just up to the teacher or up to the student what to learn. There really is this canon or body of knowledge, looking at the best, what is the best in thought, because we're aiming at a goal of knowledge. Also, when you're teaching your student, you're aiming at knowledge or wisdom, but also virtue and physical fitness or gymnastics. And so that's another thing I like about this philosophy, is that it really looks at the whole person. It's not just memorize these facts or learn this skill, it's what makes a person. So there's kind of a deeper philosophical layer to it, and I think that there's a lot of wisdom in that. So some big names in classical, if your student read Homer and Virgil and Dante and Shakespeare and the Bible and Plutarch, just those body of works, kind of again looking at these great thinkers over several thousand years, but early in Western civilization, they're foundational. And so if your student read those, a lot of adults haven't read those works, but this would kind of help train your student to learn to think classically. There is this element of a teacher guide. So whether you're using the Socratic method or another one, there is a stronger emphasis on the teacher's role. It's not a philosophy that's student-led, although it is important to have the student engaged in thinking, digesting the information for themselves. But that's kind of a quick overview of what the classical method is. If that appeals to you, I would definitely look into it more. I'll put a link to 1 or 2 of my favorite books on classical education in the description. And I hope you enjoy learning more about this method.